Hello, welcome everyone. It's so nice to be here again and talk to you. And today I am exploring an exciting topic, something that so many people ask me about: what to do if I want something sweet after every meal. Like I'm craving something sweet after lunch or dinner. What can I do about it? Because I'm constantly putting on weight because of this, and this habit is driving me nuts. So let's talk about this. This is an awesome question. And I'm so grateful for Anna for asking this question because she's not the only one struggling with this. So let's really quickly just sort of identify there's two sort of sides to the story. And I think the most important thing to establish is that sugar cravings or cravings in general can be physiological and psychological. And firstly, we want to have a look at the physiological side, because I think that it's important to address everything on a cellular level. And then once we sort of know that that part is taken care of, then we can move on to the emotional level, which is a bit more complicated and complex. So on a physiological level, if you're eating a rather processed diet full of processed and packaged foods, full of sugar, full of things that are sort of man-made and not real food, then you're going to crave more of that. So if you've been eating a lot of sugar, then it's highly likely that the microbial balance in your gut is actually going to be a little bit upside down, meaning you're going to have more bad bacteria than good, because yeast and bacteria feeds on sugar. So if you've been eating that, and even if you've been eating processed carbohydrates like chips or cookies or things like that, that even if they're not necessarily sugar, they break down into sugar in the body. So if you've been eating those kind of foods and breads and baked goods, then bacteria has been feeding on it, and bacteria has been growing. And the more you eat, the more you're going to want, because the more bacteria there's there, the more bacteria that needs food is going to crave sugar. So stop doing that. Start eating real food. Switch on to eating more whole foods. Hey, Carmel, good to see you here. Start eating more whole foods, so more vegetables. The more vegetables you can get into your diet, the better. The more green vegetables you can get into your diet, the better. The more green juices you can get into your diet, the better. Because once you start transitioning off from coffees and lattes and sweets and sweet drinks, and you start transitioning into green juices, things that are full of cucumber, parsley, lemon, you can add a little bit of green apple to it, spinach, all kind of things that are leafy greens. The more you start eating those, the more your body is going to start craving those. So a really good way to transition onto more healthy, raw, like whole food diet is to start including more greens in your diet. So, and also drink lots of water. Like if you're not drinking enough water, you're going to be craving more foods, because your body is going to want to hydrate and it's going to want to look for foods that are going to be giving you some sort of nutritional value. So it's really important to stay hydrated, drink lots of water, drink lots of tea. I've got a big pot of tea here with just lots of ginger in there, and ginger kind of keeps me going, and it like leaves a little bit of a nice flavor in your mouth as well. So it's not like you're drinking plain water, but you're making some nice herbal teas. So let's put the physiological things to the side, and let's talk about the psychological things, because that's actually where most people really struggle. So sugar cravings or cravings in general are really, they are filling an emotional unmet need. So when you're not meeting an emotional need, then you're going to want to replace that with something. You're going to want to fill that void with something. And when we're not feeling connected, when we're not feeling truly happy, when we're not feeling truly fulfilled in one or more than one area of our lives, then it's really easy to try to find some external validation and try to find something external to fill us up, which the easiest thing is food, right? Because it's easy in the moment. You can get it anywhere. You can access it anywhere. You can go to a vending machine. You can go to a grocery store. You can go into your fridge and grab a handful of nuts, or a cashew bar or a chocolate bar or something, and immediately it changes your state. In the moment, you change your state because you're going to have an instant serotonin hit, especially if you're eating something sugary, and you're going to feel elevated for a moment. Until you realize that you're just eating a third of your calories with one little bar or one little chocolate for the entire day, and you just ruined all your efforts at the gym. and you just, ruin your willpower and you start getting into a guilt trip, right? And then you may as well, like, you've eaten half of that bar, so you may as well eat the rest of it or eat two more, because tomorrow you start again. That's at least the story you're telling yourself, but it's never getting fixed. It's never fixing itself. So you need to identify and figure out what the emotional unmet need is, so that you can fill that void by doing something that's not food related. So a really good exercise to do is come up with a list of things that are going to be acts of self-love. Because right now you might be using food as an act of self-love, but being somewhat delusional, because it's not actually giving you what you need, because you're not meeting that emotional need, because you're not fixing the problem. So you want to make a list of things, like maybe a list of things that you could do in a moment when you're feeling like, I need a chocolate bar. That's the only thing that's going to get me out of this state. Okay. So maybe it's taking a bath. Maybe it's going for a cuddle and asking your friend for a cuddle, or your partner, or one of your loved ones, or your kids, or your dog, or your cat. Maybe it's calling a friend and having a nourishing conversation. Maybe it's going for a walk and going in nature barefoot, taking your shoes off and really just feel the earth. That's going to be incredibly grounding. Or going and jump in the ocean, or walk in the forest, or do anything that involves being in nature. So it's really helpful. Maybe just making a pot of tea and having 30 minutes to yourself to read a magazine or do something that switches you off completely. And I'm not something that will distract you, but something that's actually going to make you feel nourished and happy and calm and relaxed. So journal a few things, journal some ideas, and come up with some ideas, things that I could do in the moment that will give me that emotion that I'm actually not getting, that I'm missing out on it in the moment, when I'm reaching for food. And then, when it comes to honoring your needs, it's really important to look at what your emotional needs are and how you can meet them, and not try to meet it by external need or external things, but meet it and soothe yourself and self-soothe yourself. Because when you learn the tools to be able to do that, it's going to be much more powerful than reaching for a chocolate bar, or calling a friend, or acting out in any behavior that's actually not serving you, but rather holding you back from specifically achieving your results and your weight loss efforts and your health efforts. So also focus on the things that you can eat. Don't focus on the things you can't eat. Don't make a list of things you can't eat. Don't make a list of things of chocolate bars and nuts and peanut butter and cacao bars and all sorts of things. Focus on the things that you actually can eat. You can eat lots of raw veggies. You can have fruit. You can have, whole foods. Anything that's whole food, basically. Eat more of that. And then over time, your appetite will regulate. Like when you start eating whole foods, you're not going to want to eat a ton of them. So, it's also really helpful just to focus on the things that you can have rather than things that you can't have. I hope you find it helpful, and I hope it inspires you to take action. And even when you start your journey, let's say right now you're just eating nonstop, or you're eating every day, and it's an everyday thing that you're having something sweet after every meal or most meals, maybe make yourself, what I give my clients is a success calendar. So it's a blank calendar essentially, and for every day you get to give yourself a little gold star if you've done good and you've actually avoided eating something that you didn't want to, or shouldn't have. And once you got this little gold star on each day, it's going to keep you going as well, because you've seen the progress over time. You see that you do have willpower. Even if you don't think you have willpower, you have willpower. And even if you slip up one day and you screwed it up, don't need to act like you've messed up everything. You can get back to it the next meal, the next day, and it's gonna continue building on the success. The little things, the little progress that you make each day is gonna help you and move you forward. So hope you find that helpful, and keep your questions coming. I love having these questions, because this is how I get to help you, and I get to share my knowledge and help you out with whatever questions you have. So keep them coming, and I'll see you in the next video.